An astonishing average of 8,822 drivers are leaving their positions every day. How do you know if you're one of those individuals that fall into that 8,822 people? Today, we're talking about how to cut ties with a bad company. Today on Truckin' Insights. Howdy ho and greetings, truck lovers and truth seekers from all across the United States of trucking. You've tapped into Truckin' Insights. Coming from the collaborative think tank for advanced trucking journalism, we bring you the road headlines and insight into a world where we can make trucking great again. Boss man here, an off-duty owner-operator with over 3 decades of transportation. Stick with us and learn about a fraud that's being perpetrated by scamsters over the internet. Simply go down below, become a subscriber, and I'll show you how it's done. But first, let's talk about exit ramps. If you're a current subscriber, welcome back. If you're looking for just the news today, timestamps down below. Loyalty is everything in trucking. But let me tell you something, folks. And I mean this with the confidence of a guy who's been on both sides of this, the driver's side and the management side. Loyalty needs to be a two-way street. If you're going to give your time and your commitment to a company and they're going to treat you like absolute garbage, it's time to take that exit ramp and consider moving on. Most of you get this part wrong. Recognizing the warning signs, sometimes it's right in your face. Others, you say, maybe things will get better. Now, with some of us, we're paid by the load, we're paid by the mile. I'm talking to a whole class of drivers who can be paid any different way. Think about it. If you've been at a company for a long time, you kind of want to earn more money as you go. So if they keep coming up with excuses as to why, it's the market, it's the load, it's the customer, it's, our economy, whatever, those excuses only go just so far. Sacrifice is one thing, but ruthfulness is something completely different. If you're dealing with bad dispatch and constant problems about when you get where you're going, how you drive, where you fuel, and dispatch is front and center with everything you do, that's a sign. Broken promises are another issue. They told you one thing in orientation, and now all of a sudden the claim is, well, that's just how it is. If everything you do is faced with frustration, problems, questions, doubt, dude, you don't need that. Exit stage right. We're hardworking people at the core. We take pride in what we do, and the harder we build it, the better we're supposed to get rewarded, right? I think one of the things that holds a lot of people back is guilt over leaving. Let me hit you with a little reality check. The first step toward getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. Think about it just like JP Morgan says, because that quote came from him. The first step toward getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. You don't owe a company your loyalty if they're running you into the ground. You don't owe them your future if they're not investing in yours. You're the asset. You and that truck you drive have considerable value. And if the company doesn't want to respect that, you have every right to walk on and look for a better opportunity. The age-old question, well, do I leave them high and dry or do I give them notice? If they're not paying you proper respect, the last thing you should worry about is reciprocating. Now, I don't recommend leaving them cold. No. I recommend working one every chance you get. On your way out, when you finally decide you want to do something, keep it professional. It's nothing saying you have to bring up old memories, all kinds of problems, make it, you don't owe them anything, but you should keep it professional. Look, at the end of the day, you are your own CEO. You choose where you work, you choose what your future is, you choose the standards by which everybody treats you. And the biggest problem people have today is they lack the discipline to hold to those standards. I don't care how long you're with a company. If they don't meet your standards, by you not demanding that they meet those standards, you're selling yourself short. Keep looking forward, keep looking ahead, and keep doing the things you do to make trucking great again. There's a lot of good trucking companies out there, and there are a lot of customers that are looking for an absolutely fantastic carrier that they can trust and depend on. Are you going to be the next one? It's time you put you first. Unscrupulous individuals have been impersonating reputable Brisbane based trucking companies. Now, before you tune out and say, oh, this ain't even American, this could very well apply to anyone here. And I've had some personal experience I'm going to relate to you in a minute. So don't go anywhere. A company named Rocky Truck Spares and Rocky Truck Parts on the internet and have recently received an inordinate amount of calls from people claiming that they defrauded them. Now, they looked into it and found the source being a scamster that created additional profiles on social media accounts, not one, but many. Dr. David Tuffy of Griffith University emphasizes the importance of vigilance in combating scams. He advises businesses to verify their profiles when online with a blue check mark, like you do on X or like you do also on Facebook. There are people all over the internet that are impersonating famous influencers, famous people, even actors, you name it. They're all over the place. Now, from my perspective, I've seen personally too many Elon Musks on our Facebook group. I run a Facebook group for grumpy old truckers, and I also run my own. That's Truckin'. And constantly, I get people trying to say they're Elon Musk, Sandra Bullock, George Clooney, you name it. All of the famous names are all trying to become members of my group. These people aren't real, but yet millions of people worldwide fall prey to what they think is the real thing. It really is a problem and hasn't really bothered the trucking niche on YouTube much, but it seems to be bearing its mark and happening with an increasing frequency. So do be careful and make sure that if you're contacted out of the blue by anyone claiming to be an internet profile, do your part to verify it's genuine. But believe you me, when it comes to today's world of internet cloning, all this stuff, you really do have to be vigilant, just like Dr. David Tuffy says. Take every precaution. Don't give out personal information, especially on texts, and make sure you do your part to protect your data and your identity online. And to you scamsters out there, get a real job. If you want more common sense, see us on our weekend show, Frontlines, where we talk business about trucking. We make it make sense right from the Truth in Broadcasting. Subscribe if you haven't, like if you do, and we'll see you on the next episode of Truckin' Insights. Till then, remember, guys, it's the trucks that make the deliveries, but it's you that make the difference. Before the next exit ramp comes up, keep it real, keep the faith, and keep it rolling.